Hello guys, welcome back to my channel with your favorite photographer Divine Ososoko. So on this video right here, I'm going to show you guys how to smoothen, then also clean up a background and add the window effect to it. So without wasting much time, let's just get to it. So at first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate the background layer, which I'm going to bring it down here. So after doing this, I need to group this background layer. So I'll just group it. So after grouping that, you need to select the subject, but mine I won't select the subject because I already have a saved selection already. So I'm just going to load the selection which I did earlier. So after that, I'll create a mask for it. And after creating the mask, you can see this mask, if I actually do something on it, it will affect only the subject right here. So let me just show you guys an example of it. If I use a mixer brush to do something, it will affect the subject. So you can now see. So I'll just clean that. So I need to invert this layer mask to only be applied on the background only. So I'm just going to click on my Command I just to invert it. After doing that, I'll now select the background copy layer which is inside the group, and I'll now pick this tool right here. I will now select the area which I want it to be bright, so I think here is okay. So what next I'm going to do now, I'm going to add a solid color to it just to demarcate this upper background and with the lower one. So I'll now pick a color picker tool, then I'll now pick on the side which I want it to be overall. So I'll just pick right here. So after doing that, I'm going to get to my solid color. So once I get to solid color, I'll press. You can now see the upper, there's a demarcation like here and this area. I'm just going to hit OK. After hitting OK, I'll now reduce the opacity to 85. So I'll now hit OK. And I'll now click on this selection which I did to demarcate it. Then I'll now click on my mouse, Shift Command I just to invert it to the lower one. So what I want to do now, I want to smoothen the down part because this effect I added up here isn't applied down. So I'm just going to pick my mixer brush. You can see the weight and everything is at 30. So I'll now come back to this background copy layer and I'll now select it. Then I will now start brushing it. So I'll just brush. What I want to do now, I want to make the down part to be smooth. So because it's really looking rough, as you can see it here. So I just want it to be smooth and not much brushing, just a little bit of brushing will be fine. Now brush it a bit. So when doing yours, you need to pay attention, and I need this. So just a quick one is fine. So I now deselect the selection now. So you can now see this down part, there's a demarcation, but I don't want this line to really show much. So I'll just come here, then double click on, sorry guys. So I'll now come and click here. So I'll now select the mask, then I'll feather it a bit. So I think it's, yeah, this is fine. So once I'm done with this, you can now see it's looking nice now. And I'll get to my black and white. Is either I use my black and white or I use the hue and saturation. So the previous video I did on the background, I used the black and white, but this video I'm going to use the hue and saturation. So I'll now come here and I'll reduce everything to 100 to -100. So once I do that, let me add a little bit of brightness, just to is fine. So it's now time to add the window effect, which I'll just get to where I have my window effect and I'll bring it down to here. So it's actually going to load. You can see the window effect is not a PNG file, so I'll just duplicate this. So I'll now take it to my image. So after taking it here, I'll just reduce, then transform it, then set to the area which I want it to be applied on. So I think this is fine, so I'll just hit OK. After that, I don't want these black areas to show. I only want this window effect to show, so I'll just come and change the blending mode to screen. You can now see it showing. So you can decide to reduce your opacity, or you might decide not to, but mine, I'll just reduce it to 80. So 80 is actually cool. So after reducing it to 80, I'll now reduce the flow to 95. So after that, I'm good to go. So I think I just need to add a little bit of this to it. Then you can see how it is being done. Let me show you guys the before and after of it. So before and after. So it's really that easy to work on your background, your backdrop. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope this video was helpful. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorial videos. But for now, see you in the next video. Bye. Please stay active.